in association with Elorde Boxing Promotion, your promoter, Elorde. Ladies and gentlemen, the assistant colonel from the games and music board, the attitude of boxing and other combat sports, Miss Jacqueline Culture or leader, and I am also in charge, Attorney Elmar Benitez. Ladies and gentlemen, the three judges at ringside scoring the start on a 10-point mark system will be Judge Khwunchit Khunya, Ukc Annihilation, and Daniela Lopez. And when the bell rings, you will be in charge of the election, Gravilio Garcia. The third ring position at ringside, Dr. Jerry Luis Rivera, Dr. Noel Napa, and Dr. Angeline So, your official timekeeper, Dana. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with yellow trim, official weight 130 grams, with a professional record of 4 wins, 1 win coming by way of knockout, with 11 defeats and 1 bout even. From Bangkok, Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Khwunchit Khunya. And he is appointed across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red and weighing 150 pounds. Her professional record is 5 wins, 2 wins coming by way of knockout, with 2 defeats and 1 bout even. The fighting pride of Bontai Boxing Club, Australia, ladies, gentlemen, Linn Sandstrom. Let's get the record reported section.
Go. Establish the fight at range and don't let Linn push you forward. Thus far, the Thai hasn't been able to do that as Linn commands the center of the ring. We've seen pretty much this whole fight thus far. Linn Sandstrom's back, and the Thai's back against the ropes.
Same story for the second round as both fighters return to their corners.
One really good one too, I think we're about to see here. Oh, it's a beautiful right hand. More of a chopping right hook. The most meaningful punch of the fight yet. Oh.
If I were in Khunya's corner, I'd wait for that lead jab. Every time Linn starts to jab, she tends to lean forward. And as that body moves forward, it exposes the head. A real good hook or a good uppercut would be the answer to that one.
Yeah, they're good instructions. Then I'm sure they're really good instructions, Franco. I'm sure the coach, Tony Del Vecchio, very animated, is encouraging Linn to adjust. She's swept the first 2 rounds, but she's got to land some more meaningful punches. I'll ask you if there was any one thing you could tell Linn Sandstrom right now, Franco, what would it be?
Well, definitely you're the stronger fighter, and clearly you have a commanding lead. So might as well, if you want to finish this fight early, make sure that, you don't have to go for the clinch. You can actually fight from the distance.
Yeah.
See? Look at that jab. It's popping in and out. Throw more combinations. You can't rely on a jab and then come inside, go for a clinch. That disrupts your momentum.
Yeah, totally.
It kind of, it stops your opponent from mounting anything, but at the same time, it disrupts your rhythm.
Yeah, it blunts your momentum as well. And she's got the momentum, but she's not giving herself enough room to punch. She does land in a couple of really good shots, but they're few and far between. Like you said, Franco, hold things at a range and release shots without smothering. That's a nice job by Linn.
See, why not? It's time for her to mix it up, throw a jab straight, lead with a straight, step inside. Clearly, she has better footwork. But once again, she goes inside and then goes for that clinch. We don't know yet. She probably, it's an 8-round fight, so she probably wants to take this in deep waters,
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think, maybe the Thais, who are famously so tough, you can see that in the Thais' legs. They're not really bothered, so she's not willing to step backwards, so Linn every time crashes into her. The Thai's not willing to give distance, and Linn is willing to attack, so we've got a bit of a formula here. Like you said, Franco, it'd be really good if Linn could establish some range and try to pick off shots from the outside.
Yeah, because you can't really go body shot. You can't really go body shot per body shot. And then the referee will stop that. Will stop that clinch. Then you end up resetting. Then you go for a jab, and then you're gonna go inside once again. See?
Yeah.
If I were in Khunya's corner, I'd be like, move to the side, okay? Wait for her to lunge. Move to the side. Throw a hook.
Oh yeah, or an uppercut.
Or an uppercut. An uppercut would be really better. I think an uppercut would be better. So you can see highlights from the previous round.
Yeah, we've definitely got a rhythm for this fight thus far. Linn Sandstrom is coming forward and scoring more, but neither fighter's landed anything truly meaningful thus far. I think, hopefully, Franco, Coach Tony Del Vecchio from the Bondi Boxing Club will instruct his charge to start to create some range in this round. Start to land meaningful shots from range and keep it at range.
And she needs to let that right hand go.
Yeah.
She needs to pop those combinations. Let's see what happens. We are approaching, I think this is the 4th round? 4th or 5th round? 4th round.
Yeah, you're right.
Fourth round of a scheduled 8-round fight for the WBA Asia Female Super Flyweight Champion between Linn Sandstrom of Australia versus Khwunchit Khunya of Thailand.
There we go, Franco. We see the referee warning both fighters. I think she's focusing on the Thai girl, but warning them less clinching, more fighting. There we go. Linn steps back. She doesn't crash in. Nice footwork by Linn Sandstrom.
Shuffles in and out, finishes off with the jab.
Now
we see Sandstrom throw a hook.
Some dirty boxing
Yeah,
there by
some
the
dirty
Thai.
boxing uppercuts there from the thigh.
Yeah. She's
Let's
been
see
pushed
how
around.
let's see how Sandstrom reacts to that one.
She's been pushed around in this fight. She's probably a little bit angry. She lands a good right hand there.
That was a
And
good
another
short
right
stab
uppercut.
check.
Nice. Linn Sandstrom's trade some hard body shots, though. Landed a couple of good ones there. They muscle each other on the ropes. I think the referee needs to get even more involved in this fight. It's good to see Linn creating a little bit more space. Hopefully she can employ that even more. We've got some feinting from Linn. The Thai, not intimidated whatsoever.
Good lateral movement. We need more of that from the Thai fighter. Khunya needs to work more so that she can get away from that corner. Every time Sandstrom decides to lunge forward, it's enough. I mean, she covers enough distance to pin her opponents against the ropes.
Yeah, Linn's got great fast feet. She really covers the distance good, but she's got to look like you said. Let that right hand go. Let it go. Tony Delvecchio, the Bondo Boxing Com, adamant that Linn has to change, adjust, because she's got the firepower and the athleticism. Linn, let the right hand go. 1-2.
More reminders from the referee as we approach the final 10 seconds of the fourth round between Linn Sandstrom and Khwunchit Khunya. Pretty much the same story, Ben.
It is. Linn was able to create a little bit more distance at the same time here. By the way, Frank, I was watching this. This isn't overly spectacular, but that inside fighting is rough. And you can see there's a lot of energy being used when you're grappling with someone who's pushing their weight against you and also hitting you in the solar plexus and the ribs. It's tough going in there.
And now we're seeing some sort of retaliation from the Thai fighter. You know, a little bit of that sneaky uppercut to the face, hitting the body between the breaks. I mean, if you're Khunya, she wants to fight dirty, then let's go dirty.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. Tell the Thai fighter, you know, you're not going to win with range. It's not going to be a boxing clinic. Hurt her, push her backwards, make it rough. Play to your own strengths or any kind of advantage you can leverage. Obviously for Linn Sandstrom, the advantages she should be leveraging from a long range, fast hands and fast feet without smothering.
And so
Good
far,
job.
she's been restricted to that jab. She needs to throw more punches. I mean, we're talking about volume here. Hey, jab straights, jab uppercuts, you know, lead straights.
This is a better start from Linn Sandstrom. Long range jabs without smothering. That's 3 really good unanswered jabs. We're waiting for that right hand, but Franco.
Finally, some straights from both fighters. Now we're back to the clinch. Good reaction there by the referee, and we go back center of the ring.
Linn Sandstrom coming forward with beautiful head movement and a nice jab, nice range, not smothering, but she's got to let more of those right hands go.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, nice little check hook there by the Thai fighter. She landed a decent left hook.
Now, every time Sandstrom moves forward, she gets that reaction. Now she just needs to let go. She needs to let those hands go.
She does. It's a rough fight, these two. Sounds more like a tennis match at times. Linn very vocal when she throws her punches.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Oh, beautiful jab there by both fighters, I think. It was a really hard jab.
Khunya definitely needs more lateral movement. She needs to stop engaging this clinch. She needs to move around. You know, you can definitely do that by shuffling to your side.
Coach Tony from the Bondo Boxing Club adamant that the majority of the clinching is by the Thai opponent who narrowly misses with an overhand right. Linn beautifully and masterfully avoids by a few inches.
Final 10 seconds of this round.
There we go.
Things slowly heating up. Slowly heating up. As we approach the 6th round of a scheduled 8-round bout between Linn Sandstrom versus Khwunchit Khunya. Sandstrom is from Australia, Khunya is from Thailand. This is for the vacant WBA Asia Female Super Flyweight Championship belt. If you've just tuned in, This is Franco Rolyoda. I am with Ben McCullough. We are live inside the Elorde Grand Ballroom here in Sukat, Parañaque. You are watching us from Elorde TV.
As we see the Thai coach trying to implore his charge, the young female Thai fighter, to throw some straight right hands. We've been commenting on Linn's absence of right hands, but she threw a few in the last round. It's the Thai fighter especially that needs to start to let go with some strong, long offense instead of clinching.
100%. We've seen a little bit more action in the previous round. Let's see how that carries over to the 6th round.
That's a beautiful jab to start by Linn. Really good. Nice footwork by
Now
Linn.
Khunya decides to go for the body.
Yeah, it's good to see. Nice right hand by Khunya. Though Linn avoids it. Gets under the left hook.
More body shots by Sandstrom. More jabs and clinches from Linn Sandstrom. Khunya needs to move farther away. You know, you can't allow Linn Sandstrom to just walk you down, take you to a corner, and go for a clinch.
Yeah, she really is this fight. She's been controlling all of this fight. It's good to see Linn Sandstrom bring her right foot up with the right hand. It'll be good, obviously, to see the Thai opponent let go with some more offense. I mean, come on, ladies. This is for the WBA Asian Pacific, I believe.
Super flyweight championship belt.
Super flyweight championship. These girls are going to start to punch.
Look at the intensity of Sandstrom's coach.
Tony Del Vecchio. Excellent trainer, full of passion as well. The most audible guy in the whole arena.
And she's ordering Sandstrom to walk her down, throw punches. Two jabs there.
Jab. Yeah, that was really nice by Linn. It's ending the clinch, unfortunately. Must have been a groin shot.
What is that?
I think the gloves are caught in the braids.
Oh, yeah.
One of the many hazards. And the crowd loves it. Tony Del Vecchio is cheering and Linn Sandstrom is laughing.
Good break from
bit of
the
color
serious
there.
atmosphere.
Oh, beautiful jab there. One of the best jabs thrown in the entire fight by Linn Sandstrom.
And we finish off this round.
Is that the 6th, Franco?
Yeah, we are entering the 7th round. Good body work there by Sandstrom. A lot of the main story of this fight so far, Ben, is that inside fighting from both female boxers here right now. It's like, however, and going back to your point, it's not really as exciting as we'd hope it would be, but Sandstrom's ahead. She's doing a great job. Now it's a matter of, does she employ the same strategy leading to the last 2 rounds, or will she take this fight and finish off Khunya?
Yeah, I think she'll try to lift. She won't coast. She's built up a lead. She's won every round. Not spectacularly, but definitively. But Linn Sandstrom's a talented athlete. You probably didn't know this, folks, listening in on Facebook through Elorde TV. Linn Sandstrom used to be a national champion at ping pong in a native of Sweden.
Yep.
Yes, very talented athlete. I think she'll be looking to use her legs a little more and really pick her apart as opposed to going back to the same formula, which is just bullying her head.
And those legs and that that crafty footwork has been the edge that Sandstrom has for this entire bout.
I'd like to see Linn Sandstrom, which I mentioned last round, bring her right foot up just a little bit more because she's got that brilliant footwork, which Tony's worked on. She's able to change, shoot from mid to inside to outside so quickly. But just when she brings that offense, the right hand's not coming up quite enough, though. She does land a good one too there, Franco.
We're definitely seeing more action here in the 7th round.
Yeah. Nice range too. They're not smothering it.
A jab straight there by Sandstrom.
Good job.
More jabs from Sandstrom.
little combination trade, middle of the ring. Both fighters throw hard, meaningful punches.
Khunya's very tentative though. You know, every time that Sandstrom is able to bridge that gap, she ends up throwing rabbit punches. I mean, you gotta try an uppercut. You have to try a short stabbing check hook.
Yeah, definitely. There's an absence of variety from Khunya's attack.
And now we're back in the clinch and Sandstrom putting in the work. Final 10 seconds of the 7th round. And 7th round is in the books as both fighters go back to their corners. As we see the WBA Asia Super Featherweight Champion Charlie Suarez walk into the building. He will be the main event of the evening. So tune in, ladies and gentlemen, to Elorde TV for that fight. We are approaching the 8th and final round for the WBA Asia Female Super Flyweight Championship between Linn Sandstrom of Australia versus Khwunchit Khunya of Thailand. Eighth and final round.
Here we go. Live on Facebook, Elorde TV. The WBA
Asia
Super
Super Flyweight Championship.
Flyweight, the 8th and final round. What's been a definitive victory thus far for Linn Sandstrom.
The way I see
the
it,
Thai opponent can change the rhythm of the fight in the last round.
and the way I see it, this is going to be cruise control round for Sandstrom. This is make or break for Khunya.
Yeah, well, that's what the scoring would indicate, but I think Linn Sandstrom's still looking to put an exclamation mark on this fight. She's still coming forward.
Making sure that she's not taking any chances.
Yeah. Really nice range from Linn. She's controlled the range really well. She's got to throw some more meaningful 1-2s and 1-2 left hooks. Beautiful jabs.
Now we're seeing more combinations from both fighters. Those are 3 unanswered uppercuts from Linn Sandstrom.
Credit to both fighters. This is the 8th round in a very hot Elorde ballroom, and both fighters are still throwing punches.
We can see punches flaring and sweat flying.
It's the 8th round. I will say it again. Linn Sandstrom is still in really good positioning. Both her hands are up, her elbows are in, her head's moving. It's very impressive stuff to be this fit. And the Thai opponent, without the best record, has been in this fight the whole time, hasn't looked damaged.
That is true, 100%. Is it safe to say, as we approach the final 30 seconds of this fight, then that Linn is coming home with that belt?
Yeah, so it is safe to say, very safe to say. The Thai's done fantastic in the sense of being very, very tough, but just haven't really offered up any meaningful punches, and as a result, any meaningful questions that Linn has to answer.
That is true.
Nice little rabbit punch there at the
That
end.
was a last-ditch uppercut effort from Khunya as we finish 8 rounds. Now we will go to the scorecards.
We go to the scorecards, and here are the scores of the three judges. Danilo Lopez scores about 80-72. Ukc scores about 80-72, and Jogs Akil Tamano Fanze 79-73, all to the winner by a unanimous decision. And now, the WBA Asian Female Super Flyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, from Australia, Linn Sandstrom!
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Your new WBA Asia Female Super Flyweight Champion, Linn Sandstrom from Australia.
We see some slow-mo action from the fight. When you see it played back in slow-mo, you can see even though a lot of these punches are just jabs, meaningful hard shots.